But there's some places in the area of process that you really have to be good at. And you really can't get to that next level. And if you aren't really in a comfortable place with frameworks and blueprints, you need to get there. I tell you, I say this in extravagant detail in my book, you cannot and should not try to learn every single framework. There's going to be one or two that are really applicable to your company. You should really know something about the biggest or the most popular, but you should find the ones that apply most likely to your company and know them. And not use them as a Bible, but use them as a loose guideline as to where you want to go. None of them are your plan. They are a container or a holder for the types of artifacts you want to collect, as well as a little bit of a guide to the things that you might want to do. Try not to hold that too tightly, because that will cripple you. As far as the other part of blueprints, the strongest message I can give you is that they are for advancing your solution and your company in chunks. So they're meant to say, to take a look at the highest level and then break that down, break that down, break that down, until you get to the level that is implementation. And that might not be you. You as the architect or the enterprise architect need to see it at the highest level and know that it can be broken down to the lowest level, but that's not your job. You need to have a team that helps you do that, or you need to bring in others to help you do that. The zoom factor. So in case you don't know, that's the title of my book. And the reason that it's the title is because it came out of this chapter. And this chapter was something that I saw in all of these architects. But their skill to, while you're sitting here, you've been listening to me for, almost a half an hour, but in your mind, you're able to see the big picture, and then how does it apply to details? And then, dial back up to where do I see it as the big picture, and how do I, drill down to details? And the architect, because they happen to be more abstract in their thinking, they're able to do that. And the skill for you to be sitting in a meeting with others and be able to see the big picture while you know and can escalate in your mind where you think that the details are going to fit, that's your skill, and that's where you need to get to. You need to be looking at the big picture while you're seeing the details. You can focus on a challenge, while you're seeing the future state. So you're going to end up, if you are that person that has been labeled the smart person in your company, when there is a terrible problem that's come up, people call you because they rely on you to help them see their way out of it. And they want you to at least help them still see the big picture while they're picking how they're going to get their way out of the problem. So again, if you can see both and allowing the decisions to be seen in both the big picture as well as the detail, then you are offering your company a great service.